Steelers Nation? Welcome to Ask MAKENZIE episode 7. We are in the off season, and let me tell you, I am already bored. What about you guys? Are you bored? Well, I guess we shouldn't be that bored because we did make some coaching moves, if you will, today, which comes to a surprise by a lot of people. I know that we weren't exactly expecting, I don't think we were expecting to get, I don't think we were really expecting anyone on the offense really to come in right now. I know a lot of people are not happy. People are calling it a boring move. Why are we making these moves? Well, here's why. Don't know how much you know about our new coach, Aaron Curry. If you guys saw, it was announced today that the team is hiring Aaron Curry, who is a former first-round draft pick in the 2009 draft. He was with the Seattle Seahawks for 4 years on their coaching staff. He coached edge rushers. He's been coaching them since about 2019. People think that he'll be coaching outside linebackers, continuing the same role that he had in Seattle with the Steelers. This is all a huge shock. We all expected maybe we'd have more moves on the defense with coaches. What do you guys think? Hello, Steeler girl. Hello, how are you today? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Hi, Daredevil. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. I hope you are all having a lovely week. Now, I know in the past, I just wanted to say this to you guys. I've done my shows on Tuesdays, but I am now officially switching the show to Wednesdays. An official time will be to determine. I know this is at a really random time, but we're going to have to move Ask MAKENZIE to Wednesdays. So that being said, I hope you guys can tune in every Wednesday and chat with me about the Steelers. So let's continue the conversation. We have Jared Devil saying big thanks to Coach Olszewski for 22 years as a coach player. How do you guys feel? Because we will not be keeping Jerry Olszewski, who is the insiders, who's been like the inside linebackers coach. Wow, I can't talk, for the past 22 years. So now it's a new man in the role. How do you guys think that this is going to affect us? You know, how do you guys think that this is going to be played out for the Steelers? It's, again, a shock to me that we pick someone like super fast, like already, like get the ball rolling. I guess we're gonna make some coach moves. I assumed that we wouldn't have gotten a lot on, but anyways, what do you guys think about keeping Cam Sutton around? Because I was doing a lot of research and I was looking up a lot of what if scenarios, and there's a lot of things that go into place when it comes to this keeping Cam Sutton around. So I want to know what you guys all think. Do you guys, before I go into my spiel, hopefully more coaching hires on offense as well? Yeah, I think I got it totally mixed up earlier. Hopefully we will get more. Hopefully we'll get more coaches on the offense this season. But yeah, because this is the thing. Our defense is already so stacked. The offense is the big boy that we need to focus on now, right? Like, we hired somebody that's going to be able to continue to grow what we should be doing on defense, with our edge rushing, with our pass rushing. We need to continue to stack the positions where we lost so badly when we didn't have TJ Watt or Alex Highsmith last year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's go back to the defense. It would be nice to keep Cam Sutton, the only quarterback in recent years that would pan out well. I think it was you guys want to get stuck with James Pierre, Arthur Mollett, Levi Wallace, and Ahkello Witherspoon. A lot of people are saying that's not exactly the strongest cornerback group in the league. But I know there have been speculations about who we should maybe go for in the draft. I know out of the University of Illinois, there was talking about Devin Witherspoon. Good chance he's going to fall in the first round. And will he go to the Steelers? That is a great question. But people are saying he's probably the best corner that will come out of the 2023 draft. You guys have also heard me say this before. Joey Porter Jr. would be an incredible addition to our defense. Me being my Pittsburgh, you see my Nittany Lions right here. Pittsburgh, Penn State girl. Please bring Joey Porter to the Steelers. Please, I'm just going to put that into existence until the draft happens. But Christian Gonzalez from the University of Oregon would also be a good addition. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Steeler Girl says she agrees with Jared that it would be nice to keep Sutton, the only cornerback that you said has been doing well for us. Cam deserves to be paid. Hilton deserved to get paid. And we all know how that ended up. This is an incredible comment. This is kind of leading me to my next point I was going to make. We saw Mike Hilton leave. And now there is speculation about where Cam Sutton will go and who we might get for Cam Sutton. So what do you guys think? Should the Steelers go into a trade with the Raiders? Should they grab, let's see. Should they grab Rock? Am I saying this right? Rock Ya-Sin? So in March of 2022, the Colts traded to the Vegas Raiders Rock Ya-Sin. And now that his rookie contract is officially expired, the Raiders are going to have to make a decision, as the Steelers are making a decision, making a trade there. I say, no way. I think Cam Sutton is way more valuable than, no offense, Rock Ya-Sin. But hey, I like Cam Sutton and what he's done for the Steelers. It just depends. They're saying, how strong is the market going to be for Ya-Sin? Will he play a role in maybe not having to pay him as much as Cam Sutton? Y'all are talking about pay. Let's pay him. John says he deserves to be paid because Hilton didn't get paid. I think we need to start really, really looking at these guys who really are going to make moves for us, big plays for us next season, like we saw Cam Sutton do. So let's see. Witherspoon and Gonzalez are probably going to be taken before 17. Tomlin has an affinity for bloodlines, so PZ Jr. is very, very likely. I love to hear this. And I agree because, we already have a Nittany Lion on the team with Pat Freiermuth, someone that someone he's comfortable already having on team, knowing that it'll be probably an easier transition to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think we've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Someone else said this in the chat. I don't remember who it was, but we need volunteers. We don't need people who are going to come to our team like they have their hands tied with a blindfold on their head. We don't want that. We need someone who's going to really buy into the Steelers way in Steelers Nation, like we saw Kenny Pickett do. Like literally a prime example of wanting to come to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, Tucker likes that too. This is my dog. A prime example of seeing somebody super, super, super bought in with Pittsburgh, the city, then buying in with the team was so easy because he already went to college there. Now having a father following in his footsteps, staying in that tree, I think it could be very likely. We have John saying Rock wasn't any good in Green Bay. Stay away from him. I'm still not opposed to a top tackle like Skronsky if he drops. See, there's so much speculation going on right now. I think that we need to get through this free agency. We need to get our guys paid. We need to pick up who we must pick up and then leave it to the draft to pick up the missing pieces. Right now it's all a matter of putting things in place that will set us up for the next season. You're going to hear me say this now. You're going to hear me say this throughout the off season. Everything that we're doing right now is only setting us up for a better future. And so that's why I'm sitting here thinking, wow, it's maybe important to draft defense as our first pick. But a lot of people are saying we really need to focus on our offense. So what do you guys think? Do you think that we need to focus on offense or defense with our first pick of the draft? Because so many good argues for each way. I want to know what you guys think. Don't need a corner in the first round. The team needs a left tackle or left guard in the first round to protect Kenny. So John thinks, he's voted. It seems like we need to focus on offense with our first pick. What's up, Dante and Kyler? Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. We have to trust that how do you say that? Is it Weedle or Weidel? Weidel or Weidel? We'll pick up where Colbert left off. Well, you guys, we can only hope. We can only have so much hope and confidence that the big boys in the office know what they're doing. So we can only hope. Let's see. Dante and Kyler say offense all day. We've neglected OL for the past 5 years. Dan Moore is not inconsistent. He's just bad. Please get a true LT. So Dante and Kyler think that we need to focus on offense in the first round. What else do y'all think? Do you agree with that? Do you think that we need to go offense, or do you think that we should stick to drafting what we do best, and that's good D players? My dog is just so happy today. So happy to see me. He says hello, everybody. All right, you guys. What were these Let me see. Were there any rumors I heard about Jalen Ramsey possibly looking at Pittsburgh? Did any of you guys hear that? Because I don't know how that would add. How do you think Jalen Ramsey would be in the mix with our Steelers? Let's see. George says best available either side. Oh, everyone's saying hello. Jared says hello, George. Hello, DK. Weidel built up the Eagles' trenches, so I feel like that is a priority. Dante and Kyler say Jalen Ramsey is definitely an interesting thought. I thought I'd be against it at first, but his contract is not as much as you thought it was. So let's see. What is the latest? Could the Steelers have interest in Jalen Ramsey? I'm seeing that this possibly could be more serious than it really is. Let's see. I know that we saw him, take a trip, but how many other teams do you think would be going for Jalen Ramsey? What other teams would need Jalen Ramsey more than we do? Do you think Jalen Ramsey would add to our cornerback situation if we re-sign Cam and we sign Jalen? Would we have enough money for both of them? That is also another question. What's up, SteelerSaiyan Jedi? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Jared Devil says, I don't trust any rumors. Would not want Ramsey at all. Rather stick with Sutton, Wallace. I saw those too, you guys. Did anybody else see those pictures of Jalen at the Pittsburgh airport? Anybody else see that? Because I was very confused. I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Jalen Ramsey to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can you believe that? No. We'll see. Steelers in mix, but they're in the mix, I guess. I don't know. Apparently, yesterday it was reported that there could be like a big blockbuster deal going on, but I doubt that's going to happen because that, again, is just rumors. Just rumors. We're not giving up anybody to acquire, but I don't know what they're saying about what would be the trade. What would be the trade? What would we give up for Jalen Ramsey, you know? Let's see. Yes, I have a doggo. This is Mr. T. Mr. Tucker is his name. He has a Yorkie poo. He's the cutest little thing. Say hi, Tucker. He's a little shy, but he wants to be close to his mom. This is another huge thing. Titans officially released Taylor Lewan, which means Taylor is up for grabs. He has expressed interest in the Steelers, but Dante and Kyler say you don't want him after finding out he spit on TJ. Why would we want someone on our team that spit on the GOAT? Literally, TJ Watt is like, what would we do without him? Who why would you spit on him? It's like spitting on Tom Brady. Just kidding. Not really, but maybe we'll see what he does with his career. Blockbuster deal is not the Steelers either, to be fair. Exactly. Which is why when I saw that, I was like, that's insane. These rumors are insane. The lengths that people will go to talk about these big blockbuster deals. Tucker, they say you're a cool little dude. He says thank you. He says thank you. Thank you. SteelerSaiyan Jedi says, I want one, but my yard's too small for one right now. Looking at buying a house in April. Well, I live in an apartment, and it's not bad. We make it work. We make it work. All right, so back to what we were talking about. Then again, we've been more aggressive in signing big-name players in recent years. Who was the last big-name player that we signed, really? Miles Jack? Was that even like a big enough name for you? Who have we? Like, that's a really good point. Like, Mitchell Trubisky does not count. First of all, picking up Mitchell Trubisky is not count in any sense when it comes to big moves. So we're not putting that in the. Oh yeah, Minka. Okay, so yes, Minka was huge. That ended up working out really well. What do you think about Miles Jack? I saw something about we need to keep his contract or re-sign him, keep him around because we should not leave him to the dust. Have a good day. Thank you, Steeler girl. Thank you for tuning in. Hope we see you next week. Steelers don't need another player with injury problems. Been down that road before. You have a great point because I think the latest controversy or question, is it worth saving William Jackson III? We picked him up from Washington and he never got to do anything because he's so injured. He might even be retiring. So, we went for a cornerback this season and it didn't end up doing anything for us. So it's like, we really need to be smarter. I thought we'd be smart. I don't know. Maybe they thought he'd be healthy enough. Maybe they thought he'd be healthier. I don't know. But we need healthy men. We need healthy men. Miles Jack was really hurt by being paired with Bush. In your opinion, I thought he was carrying the weight of two people. See, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to say. We didn't see all of Miles Jack's the whole season, so I don't know if it would be. I don't think we should talk about getting rid of Miles Jack at all. If anything, he's in front of Bush. If we could get Tremaine Edmonds, then Jack is expendable. If we could get Tremaine Edmonds, I would be so content with what we do with the draft. Like, if we can just get another player to buy into the Steelers. We know that if he comes back to the Steelers, he'll understand what needs to get done. He'll understand the job that is put in front of him. You compete, you produce, You show what you got and why you're a contender for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we need him back with his brother. It would be so good to see those two. Just having brother duos on this team, I think that we're so good about bringing family together. But how are we going to be able to afford him, man? So I guess they'll probably let William Jackson go and pick back for it. You know, the guy might even retire. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So Jared Devil says Linka, there's my dyslexia coming in. Linka, no, Mary, Jesus. My dyslexia is so bad. Minka, Larry, and Jack. Those have been pretty good pickups in the offseason, or not just getting players, signing veterans that will contribute. So we'll see what we do. Nothing big has really been happening yet. I feel like I'm waiting for something to begin. Like I feel like I'm waiting for a bus to come now, and it's just a matter of when the bus is coming and a matter of who's on that bus and who the bus is picking up along the way. That's how I feel, waiting for free agency to soak in and get started and seeing those moves in the mesh and what could happen next season. Jared Devil says, I feel like we're back in the playoff mix after free agency and the draft. I feel that too. I wholeheartedly agree that is where we will be come next season. And now next season might not be the first few games might not be the best, but those are some, kinks we're going to have to sort out along the way. So, I think I totally agree with this. We're going to be back in the playoff mix after free agency and in the draft, and so we can finally put the puzzle together. There's some good inside linebackers in this draft, and the team could draft one in the second round. Yeah, agreed. Let's see. Jack Campbell and Noah Sewell. Those two would be nice. Those two also would very much so be nice. Like we said earlier, Joey Porter Jr., Christian Gonzalez, probably, I don't know if they're going to see if we don't pick up anybody on defense in the first round. I don't think Joey Porter is going to be around in the second. Do you all think that Joey Porter would be around by the time we get our second pick? Because it is sooner than others, but let's see. What do you guys think? What do you think? I know we said that, you all think that it's probably important to draft offense, but let's just say we fall. It's our turn to pick. We have Joey Porter Jr. We have Christian Gonzalez. Who are we picking? If we still have, who else that could take him? A Devin Witherspoon, cornerback. Who would you guys like to see off the board first? I'm just curious. If we're thinking defense, should we draft a linebacker? Should we draft a corner? What would you prefer to see? You know how I feel, so I'm not even going to answer that question. George says he doubts if he'll be there for a second pick. I agree with that statement. Jack Campbell is a good second choice. Good choice for a second round pick. And it also depends on what the combine numbers. You guys, we still have to get through the combine. We still have to get through pro day? So many things have to happen. I think before we can really sit here and speculate who we're going to draft. I think our main focus right now should be free agency and filling in the gaps, seeing what we can get, and, whatever we don't get, we'll probably have to look forward to getting in the draft. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that right now it's safe to say that free agency is most important? It's the most important to focus on that, or should we really be looking at, who we're going to pick up in the draft, doing these mock drafts. Oh, the things that we so love to do every week leading up to the draft. Man, is it draft day yet? I feel like it's a marathon we're running right now. I really do. I feel like we're walking in the middle of the desert and we're just looking for water. John says the Steelers don't do well picking corners in the first round. Yeah, I don't think we have a good history of that either. So maybe we'll end up picking Joey. Trenton Simpson is also an option at inside linebacker in the second round. That is another good point. But again, all we can do right now is speculate. It's a speculation nation up here for our Steelers. Speculation nation. Let's see if there's anything else noteworthy going on in our world that I maybe missed out on. How's everyone's day doing? How's everyone's week going? Everyone happy with what they're seeing so far? Jared Devil says, Terrell Austin and Grady Brown have done very well with the secondary, so I expect them to pick up a good corner for us. There you go. I think it looks like we're going to be focusing on corners. If we don't get Joey Porter Jr., we're probably going to draft a corner. I'm starting to get that vibe. What are y'all feeling? Do you think that we're going to get a corner? Because now it seems like we're all leading to getting defense, picking defense first. I don't know. I feel like we're going to pick defense first. Last year we picked offense first. So I want to know what you guys think. I'm also going to go check and see. I want to see if I missed out on anything else. Oh, yeah. We re-signed Christian Kuntz. Yeah, we re-signed Christian Kuntz. What do you guys think about that? I know it's not the most bougie position, but they are able to afford him. And it is their first signing of the offseason. So long snapper Christian Kuntz has a new 1-year contract to keep him in Pittsburgh. And he's a Pittsburgh boy. He's right from outside of Pittsburgh, so I'm happy for him. He played at Duquesne, so I think that's pretty stellar. What do y'all think? I'd like to see a team bring in a backup center if they can in free agency. If not, a big center is needed. No depth behind Cole. Big backup in center if they can in free. Who do you have like anyone that you think that we could bring in center? Because yeah, you're right. We might need to have to draft a center because depth. We need the depth. That is a huge point. We don't have depth. We only have depth in so many positions, and I think it's very important that in this position, especially when Cole goes out, it's just one of those things where we just have to be smart. But all right, you guys, there is nothing left that you guys want to discuss. I will just call it a day. So thank you again for tuning in to episode 7 of Ask MAKENZIE. I want you guys to come with questions. Come with more questions for next week. You know, there's a lot of things that are slowly moving around in Pittsburgh. And yeah, come with more questions. I want to make this more interactive with you guys. Oh, Claude. Welcome, Claude. Pick Christian Gonzalez with a 17th pick. The dude from Baylor. That would be a great draft. So, Claude, just getting here. He says, hello, everyone. If Gonzalez makes it that far, that is a good point. Let's let's see. We'll see. But again, we got a lot of time. Got a lot of things that will be happening between now and then. You guys, if you didn't hear me say this earlier, Ask Mackenzie will now be on Wednesdays. Please, please, please tune in. I will put up a preview the night before so you know what time it'll be at. Hi. Hi. How are you? Thank you for being here. You're catching me on the tail end, but Donald Nolan says, thoughts on the Pittsburgh Maulers? Dude, I have not had time to look at them at all, but what can you tell me about them? I'm sure there's something good about them. Vince Levy has a little bit of more insight. He says they signed 2 cheap free agents. They have the most money this year, and they need to sign 2 inside linebackers, 1 edge, because what? State's hurt. 1 corner or 2 linemen. Man, he has it already. He has a mapped out. Well, you know what? You guys, please bring these questions next week. We'll dive more into the potential draft picks, more into free agency. Maybe we'll have new coaching positions. Maybe we'll have new teammates. Oh, so many exciting things that are happening. So, I just want to say thanks again for tuning in. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. If there's nothing else you guys want to talk about. My dog wants to say goodbye. He says bye, everybody. He says bye. Tucker, say hi. Say bye, buddies. Bye.